Watching Breaking Ground and I am Swati Joshi. The intense political campaigning for Delhi Dangal has ended. And even before Delhi casts its vote, the Bahana lobby seems ready. Why are we saying that? Because just in the nick of time before the first vote is to be cast, Congress has set up a watchdog body to oversee functioning of poll panel. An 8-member committee has been constituted called Empowered Action Group of Leaders and Experts for Eagle. The agenda of this meeting is to monitor the conduct of free and fair elections by the Election Commission of India. Rahul Gandhi too is questioning the Election Commission. The Gandhi scion raised doubts on the electoral rate of Maharashtra on the floor of the parliament today. This comes just days after Kejriwal cast aspersions on the Election Commissioner, alleging that the EC is undermining the fairness of the electoral process and that the faith of the people in the EC is now eroded. So both Rahul Gandhi and Arvind Kejriwal, who by the way are competing against each other in the Delhi Dangal, have both raised questions on the Election Commission. And the BJP has called out the hypocrisy of Team INDI, alleging that opposition is making baseless allegations. Let's take a look at the top 5 questions we are asking. So Congress has formed Eagle, but the question is, in what capacity is Congress going to monitor a constitutional body? So this is, the BJP says, hypocrisy of the Congress party that talks about respecting constitution. Is this another bahana, another poll? The bahana is once again of targeting the Election Commission. Is the opposition maligning the EC again just ahead of Delhi Dangal? Will the Congress Eagle also discuss Telangana results? Because remember, in Telangana, the Congress party won the polls. The allegation is that after they lose an election, they start questioning the EC. Rahul's Jai Samvidhaan slogan, is that just an eyewash given how his party has decided to come up with a panel to oversee the conduct of the Election Commission? Is Congress mocking constitutional body just for polls? So these are the top 5 questions we are asking. Let's straight away take those questions across to our guests. We're joined by Mukesh Tyagi, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We have R. Rajgopalan, senior journalist, joining us. Dr. Mohammad Amin, former joint director of the ECI, is also with us on the broadcast. Dr. Nikul Patel, Congress leader, is joining us along with Pooja Mishra, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. And we have Siddharth Sharma as well. He's the AAP spokesperson. Let me first go across to Dr. Amin. Dr. Amin, what do you have to say about this super body, this eagle of the Congress party, the panel that is going to oversee now, or rather monitor the conduct of the Election Commission, because they have their own doubts and they believe that through this committee they'll monitor the EC and ensure free and fair elections in the country?
You know, everybody knows this is the fake body created by the Congress party. And you know, this is the Election Commission of India, the constitutional body. It is formed by the Parliament. And you see, this body is always doing, since 1952, the election is still date, doing by the Election Commission of India, free and fair poll in the country. When the Congress was in the power, when the BJP was in power, when the opposition was in the power in the states and the center both. You see, every time they have the problem for the Election Commission, so many charges are they blaming against the Election Commission for their practices, for their EVM, for their voting machines, a lot of charges against the Election Commission. And you know, we just giving the example for their opposition leader now, Mr. Gandhi. What Rahul Gandhi? Rahul Gandhi is elected from 2 places, Raebareli and the Wayanad. Why? What was that? And you see,
right, so
party
it's a fake body
has come in the power.
Only questioning, Congress only questioning the Election Commission every time they lose. Let me open this up now and go across to our political guest. Dr. Nikul Patel, how do you respond? BJP also alleging this is hypocrisy, because on one hand you talk about respecting the constitution, on the other you undermine a constitutional body.
See, whenever there is an election, definitely you will always say that if we win, then it is good. If we don't win, then definitely we need to investigate what had happened, where happened, how happened. And now before election, we feel that it's our, as a political party, that we should look into each and every aspect, what the election is happening, how it is happening before, so that after election, you must not have any clue or any question for us. Secondly, if you see the election process, every political party has a right to see all the processes invariably going to the EVMs, what is happening, what is the vote count, what is the number of people who have turned out.
But Dr.
And we
Patel,
have seen
one
so
would
many
argue
times.
and one would say that when you lose an election, you need to introspect within the party. You don't have to form a panel that is going to monitor the election commission itself. By the way, the job of the election commission is to monitor the political parties.
The election commission is doing their job. We are doing our job. We are into an election and we need to take care of every aspect that we feel that it is going to hamper our winning. So it's our due right to do the things. And I think nobody should take an objection.
So when you lose a poll, pin the blame on the election commission?
It is yours. It is your purview. It is your thought process. Or Bharatiya Janata Party wants to say that. It's our right to do the thing process what we feel correct.
Okay. Mukesh Tyagi, it's the right of the Congress party to form such a panel, or rather to, carry out an exercise where they monitor the conduct of the poll panel. He feels it's absolutely right.
You see, this is the 11th year of the Modi government. And these people started this bandwagon right from the day when they started losing the election against the might of Prime Minister, who is so popular across the country for his excellent job, excellent national interest in every front, whatever you take it. 360-degree performance has completely vanquished Congress political capital in the country. Now they are under intoxication of 99 seats which they got in the parliament. They have run into complete delusory status of mind.
But Mr. Tyagi, today in the parliament as well, Rahul Gandhi spoke about what happened in Maharashtra, and the Congress and the others in Maharashtra have been maintaining that there was a manipulation in the voter list. Suddenly a lot of new voters were added. That happened especially where the BJP candidates were ruling. Rather, it was their constituency. So election commission is acting at behest of the BJP, is their charge.
No, we are absolutely oblivious to that investigation. If the election commission is willing to, they have already given them explanation of 1642 pages, if you have seen in Haryana election when they went and complained. And 1642 page means it's a very deep research into the entire process of electioneering. So the deletion and addition does not happen.
Okay.
Election commission has already said after the change in the Representative Act, there have been certain dates on which a different age group has been added into the
Okay, Mr. Tyagi, it's very clear now after the formation of this panel that the opposition, rather the Congress especially, has not bought that argument that has been given by the Election Commission. I want to go across to Pooja Mishra. Pooja Mishra, what is your view on the Congress's panel, Eagle?
स्वाति, जैसे कि अभी ईगल की आप बात करो, ये बहुत कंसर्निंग है कि रिसेंट टाइम में देखा गया कि इलेक्शन कमीशन इम्पार्शियल दिखा, चाहे वो बाई इलेक्शन की बात कर लीजिए, उत्तर प्रदेश में शीशामऊ में भी वही सेम सिचुएशन होता है और मिल्कीपुर में भी होता है, लेकिन मिल्कीपुर में नहीं होता है इलेक्शन, पर शीशामऊ में हो जाता है। और अगर ये हर सिटीजन का राइट है कि वो क्रिटिसाइज कर सकता है अगर इलेक्शन कमीशन और कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडीज अच्छा कुछ काम नहीं कर रही है या फिर ऐसा लग रहा है कि इम्पार्शियल है, तो कर सकता है। और
लेकिन फिर पूजा, क्या आप लोकसभा में समाजवादी पार्टी का जो परफॉर्मेंस उत्तर प्रदेश में था उसका जिक्र भी करेंगी? क्या इलेक्शन कमीशन तब भी एक पार्शियल बायस तरीके से काम कर रहा था, उसके बावजूद आपका जो परफॉर्मेंस था वो हुआ?
We made it very clear, our राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष अखिलेश यादव जी made it very clear कि अगर हमें 80 की 80 सीट मिल जाती तो भी हमारा जो क्वेश्चन मार्क है, जो कंसर्न है ईवीएम को लेकर के, एक्शंस को लेकर के, हम उस पर कंसर्न रहते हैं। आपने देखा होगा सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी जो है डायरेक्शन दिया इलेक्शन कमीशन को कि आप जो है रिकॉर्डिंग्स को रखे रहेंगे पोल्स के।
ओके, डॉक्टर अमीन, चाहे जीते चाहे हारे, irrespective of how many seats come, we will always have a question mark, always question marks and doubts on the EVMs. So is that the easy way out for the political parties to just put it on the election commission? Dr. Amin, can you hear me? That question was for you.
Election, in case of the EVM is already challenged by so many states, and their Chief Justice has given the verdict about the EVM is correct. And same thing happened with the CGI, also given the verdict about that. There is no discrepancy in the EVMs. EVM just like a calculator. And what you have the giving the vote, that is comes on the 1 to 1, not the 1 to 101. So this is the EVM is very accurate, and this this is the very good nowadays, and why we are going for the ballot in the old age. So this is the very clear cut, and everybody has seen, and randomly we are checking before the going for the poll in the polling stations. And in the every our stakeholder has to see their agents. Why they are blaming every time to the EVM?
But the opposition just does not find itself to trust the EVM or the election commission. Mr. Rajgopalan, have you ever heard about this before? And in case you have, please tell us also of a political party forming a panel that is going to monitor the election commission.
It's Congress has lost its imagination, and the Congress, Swati, has been rejected by the voters. Now they are in.
They don't have the right for that.
Okay, you're saying they don't have the right. Dr. Rajgopalan, please. There seems to be some problem with the audio, Mr. Rajgopalan. Let us fix that and we'll come back to you. Nikul Patel, please quickly respond to what Dr. Amin is saying, that the Congress party does not have the right to do so.
See, my friend, sir also told about agents that are being kept at every booth, and the representative of People's Act rightly said that the candidate who is contesting the election has a due right to scrutiny everything, whatever the election process, and he has a right to ask the returning officer about the activity. Now, if the political party is putting one more thing above it, then it's our due right. We are not directly involving into that okay, we'll do this, we'll do that, but definitely we can monitor everything, and wherever there is a legal complexities or legal
but you also have a right to go to the court. You also have a right to take up all the issues with the court. Siddharth, I will come to you. I'll give you time. I don't know what you're trying to show in that iPad or that mobile phone of yours, but I believe on this particular issue, you seem to agree with the Congress.
How can you impute something without hearing me out, Swati?
I'm saying I believe. You can counter me always.
That's why I said you cannot impute anything. The fact that I was showing this poster here, it shows that देश का सबसे बड़ा गुंडा कौन है? And the context here is that when gangsters sitting in Gujarat jail are taking responsibility for gang wars in Delhi, then Aam Aadmi Party too has geared up, because Delhiites are decent, but they are also clever. Gali Galoj parties, Gundagardi won't be allowed to continue. We have a four-pronged strategy.
Aap is not being asked about the Gundagardi comment made. I am asking you, Aap spokesperson, about this Congress panel. What is your view?
That's what I'm coming to. Why should I speak about Congress when the Congress is sitting in the next 36 hours? Delhi is going to polls. Aam Aadmi Party is the
as a political party, what is your opinion, Siddharth?
I will say about what I am going to do. That's why I said Gali Galoj parties, Gundagardi won't be allowed to continue. We have a four-pronged strategy, and I'll tell you what our strategy is. Our 65,000 Mandal Adhyaks will be in every street of every booth to help voters walk to their nearest polling stations. The media and the reporters from many channels will be live on the ground so that nobody gets intimidated. The third is that quick response team in all our 70 constituencies have a war room which will reach anywhere within 8 minutes, within a complaint 8 minutes. And fourth and the last but not the least, the election commission personnel will be present with body cams. Why I am saying so? Because this battle is against BJP's punishment model.
Okay, so more or less you agree with the Congress, but not with, you may or may not agree with the panel, but you're saying you have your own measures and your own steps that will be taken by the party to ensure these are free and fair elections. I want to go back to Mr. Rajgopalan. Coming back to the question I was asking you earlier, have you ever heard of such a super panel that will monitor a constitutional body?
Not. I have been covering election commission from 1980, 82, like that. TN Session or CS Sastry, no one has that type of thing. Second thing, it is high time. I request the Chief Election Commissioner through this, they should go to the court. In fact, the Supreme Court should have been approached by the Election Commission. The Election Commission should approach the Supreme Court and reject this Eagle Congress one. Because today Rahul Gandhi spoke in the Parliament, which is totally against the culture of EVM, against the culture of Election Commission. Second thing, Swati, Congress, SP, Aam Aadmi Party, BJP, four are in our panel. All the four can represent during the election time to the returning officer, and whatever the question they have, they can ask the returning officer and rectify it. Everything is transparent. There is no evil, it's only vulture. Congress is a vulture. Congress is a
vulture politics. Dr. Patel, quickly respond to that. Another allegation coming your way is that, this is when you sense loss.
I don't understand why Rajgopalan sir wants to comment like this, but I think he rightly said that every party has a right to ask the returning officer, and he said it in his speech. Even Mr. Amin said about it that every agent is there in its polling booth, and as a part of our process, if we are keeping one more body over it, then I think nobody should have a problem on it.
No, the problem is when you only talk about elections that you have lost. Will you also analyze, will this panel of yours also analyze the election results of Telangana, where the Congress party won?
This is the
Or
first
there
time we are
it was a free and fair election because the Congress party won.
If we are going to win Delhi election, this body is also going to visualize everything.
No, I'm asking you, will the panel, because that is what we've heard, that the panel will go through past elections, that it will go through past elections and through upcoming elections as well. So will this only include elections that the Congress party has lost?
Present, our focus is on Delhi election, and we'll see each and every aspect of Delhi election via our committee.
Okay, please come in, Mr. Tyagi, respond. There's no trust in the election commission. There is no trust on the constitutional body because it is taking directions from you. That's the direct charge.
There is a saying called bad worksmen quarrel with their tools. So this is a typical case. Drunken driver is blaming the victim for not walking carefully. So this is the kind of attitude Congress has. That is the reason of their decimation consistently. I'm asking Swati through you, is Congress going to dissolve all their assembly elections which they have won in Karnataka, Telangana, Himachal Pradesh if the election commission output is erroneous or manipulated by BJP?
Well, there are no answers to that at the moment. Like Dr. Patel said, at the moment we're just focusing on Delhi. And Mr. Tyagi, it's not just the Congress. Even the Aam Aadmi party is raising questions.
Swati, I'm only saying that this process has undergone many evaluations, right from London when Kapil Sibal went, when this guy held the demonstration, it was failed. Supreme Court has number of times upheld that EV machine cannot be manipulated. Now these guys are again and again challenging the same process, but take a diabolical approach at the time.
But Mr. Tyagi also respond to the criticism that came in from Mr. Kejriwal earlier. He said, what post is the current election commissioner going to get? Kya promise kiya hai unko aapne?
Why we have not promised anything. What kind of speculative and hallucinating information they are spreading around? Because these guys have run out of any solid political capital.
Okay.
They have no political fodder left in them. They are just trying to say one thing or other, creating a big noise out of it. And people have understood that Congress and our party, they are only the blamers.
Siddharth Sharma counter. Okay, Siddharth Sharma.
They can't do.
Let's take a quick counter. Quick counter, Siddharth Sharma.
I think the battle is against BJP's punishment model, Janta ko tight karo model, which they are doing right now in Delhi. Apart from women workers of Aam Aadmi Party, they are also committing gundagardi on media covering the elections. Even the Press Club of India has complained to the Election Commission.
Okay.
Dozens of journalists have been bullied, and the helpless police are rounding up journalists instead of goons.
All right, the campaigning is over, but the blame game continues. Congress has decided to form a panel now that will monitor the constitutional body, the Election Commission, and ensure free and fair polls. BJP hitting out at both the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party, says they don't believe in constitution. Thank you very much, Pooja and gentlemen, for joining us on the broadcast. We have some breaking inputs coming in at the moment.